'Cause nobody does it like you. I like the way that you move. That's why I never go through with leaving you. Everybody's
Assalamualaikum and have a good day. My name is Mariessa MAISARAH binti Muhammad YAZID and my ID number is 240-30038. I'm the first presenter and will present for question 1 part 1 and also part 2. Aurora Prime Berhad is the focus of this project. I will evaluate the financial performance of Aurora Prime Berhad over 3 consecutive years from 2022 to 2024. The performance will be reviewed based on 4 key areas, which is cash flow capability, asset management efficiency, debt management, and profitability trends. Each area reflects the company's financial health and show whether its performance has improved or deteriorated over time. First, cash flow capability. The current ratio dropped from 2.33 times in 2022 to 2.11 in 2023 and dropped sharply to 1.17 in 2024. The quick ratio followed the same trend, moving from 1.44 and 1.45 in the first 2 years to only 0.77 in 2024. This means liquidity was still healthy in 2022 and 2023 but weak badly in 2024. Second, asset management efficiency. Inventory turnover improved from 2.0 times in 2022 to 2.63 in 2023, but then slipped to 2.26 in 2024. The average collection period was best in 2023 at 120 days, but worse significantly to 211 days in 2024. Asset turnover peaked in 2023 at 0.52 before dropping to 0.47 in 2024. In short, 2023 was the most efficient year while 2024 was the weakest. Third, debt management. The debt ratio rose from 52% in 2022 to 65% in 2024, showing higher reliance on debt. Time interest earned fell from around 5 times in 2022 and 2023, down to only 2.38 in 2024. This indicates that debt was best managed in 2022, still stable in 2023, but most risky in 2024. Fourth, profitability trends. The net profit margin dropped from 2.2% in 2022 to only 3.17% in 2024. Return on asset moved from 3.6% to just 1.5%, while return on equity declined from 7.9% to 4.3%. Profitability was strong and stable in the first 2 years but fell sharply in 2024. Overall evaluation, the best year for Aurora Prime Berhad was 2023 with strong efficiency, stable profit, and adequate liquidity. The stable year was 2022, where liquidity and debt management was strong, but asset usage was slightly weaker. The weakest year was 2024, when liquidity, asset utilization, debt position, and profitability all declined significantly. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, today I'll be presenting about the financial performance of Aurora Prime Berhad from 2022 to 2024. Based on the report, the company is facing some issues like lower profitability, weaker asset usage, higher debt dependence, and declining liquidity, especially in 2024. So, I will explain 3 key initiatives that can help improve their situation. First, improving liquidity management, enhancing asset efficiency, and lastly, rebalancing the capital structure. First, let's look at liquidity. From 2022 to 2024, the company's current ratio and quick ratio both declined. This shows that Aurora Prime had difficulties in meeting short-term obligations. Weak liquidity usually happens when a company relies too much on short-term debt or has poor working capital policies. To solve this, Aurora Prime should strengthen its cash flow by tightening credit collection, negotiating longer payment terms with suppliers, and maintaining enough cash reserve. With these actions, the company can meet obligations on time, reduce short-term financial risk, and regain investor confidence. Next is asset efficiency. The asset turnover ratio showed a downward trend, which means the company was underutilizing its asset to generate revenue. This could be due to idle resources, poor inventory control, or declining sales compared to asset investment. So, Aurora Prime should improve asset usage by implementing better inventory management system, improving sales forecasting, and optimizing the use of fixed assets like machinery and property. Digitalization and automation can also increase productivity per asset. By doing this, the company can boost revenue without expanding its asset base, leading to better asset turnover and overall profitability. Lastly, let's talk about capital structure. In 2024, the company became more dependent on debt, which increases financial risk. A high debt to equity ratio means higher interest expenses and lower net profit. The initiative here is for Aurora Prime to reduce reliance on debt. They can do this by retaining more earnings, issuing new equity, or refinancing high interest loans with cheaper options. Reinvesting profits into operations rather than relying on too much borrowing will also support long-term stability. A more balanced capital structure reduces risk, lower interest costs, and creates a stronger foundation for sustainable growth. In conclusion, Aurora Prime Berhad can improve its future financial performance by focusing on three main strategies. First, improving liquidity management. Second, enhancing asset efficiency. And three, rebalancing the capital structure. These steps directly address the weaknesses shown in the ratio analysis and will help the company achieve long-term sustainability. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now I'm gonna talk about question 2.1. Compare the performance for Aurora Prime Berhad with industry 2024. First, for the current ratio, Aurora Prime of the 1.17 times is much lower than the industry 2000 average of 2.2 times. This shows that the company faced difficulties in meeting short-term obligations because it has fewer current assets compared to liabilities. A low ratio like this signals weaker liquidity, which could become a problem if the company needs to pay supplier or cover unexpected expenses. For number 2 is quick ratio. This quick ratio for Aurora Prime is 0.77 times, while the industry average is 1.4 times. This means the company does not have enough liquid assets, cash and receivable to cover its current liabilities without depending on inventory. Since inventory may not be easily changed to cash, this weaker quick ratio reflects a risk in company ability to pay off debts quickly. For third part, total asset turnover, Aurora Prime total asset turnover is 47.3%, which is below the industry 56.7%. This indicates that the company is generating less sales from its assets compared to competitors. A lower turnover ratio shows inefficient use of resources, meaning the assets are not contributing to revenue as effectively as they should. For fourth part, average asset turnover, Aurora Prime takes an average of 148.2 days to collect receivable, which is significantly longer than industry 105 days. This slows collection period weakens specialist, making it harder for the company to maintain healthy working capital. If this receivable not collected quickly, the company may face delay in paying its own debt. For final part, debt ratio, Aurora Prime debt ratio of 65%, lower than the industry of 75%, 75.3%. This indicates that the company carries less financial risk because it relies on borrowed funds. While this is positive for financial stability, it may also means that the company is missing opportunities to finance expansion growth using debts unlike its industry peers.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sharifah Athirah Batrisya HAAZIQ. I will present the question 2 for part 2. If the net income in 2023 increased by 30% while revenue remained the same, the net profit margin will also increase. Originally, the net profit margin in 2023 was 7.1%. After a 30% increase in net income, the new net income became 2,048,690 ringgit Malaysia and the net profit margin rise to 9.2%. This means the company will retain more profit from each ringgit measure of sale. Even though revenue did not increase, the improvement is not due to higher sale, but rather from factors such as reduction, cost efficiency improvement, or better cost management. These clearly show that controlling costs and boosting profitability have a direct and significant impact on overall financial performance. That's all from me. Thank you. Overall, Aurora Prime Berhad shows stable financial performance in 2022 and 2023 with good liquidity, efficient asset management and steady profitability. The best years was 2023 as the company managed its asset well and gave higher returns to shareholders. However, in 2024, the performance dropped sharply, liquidity weakened, deep increase and profitability fell to its lowest. This means the company needs to improve cash flow, manage assets more effectively and reduce heavy reliance on debt to ensure better and more sustainable growth in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.